Hello dear students. Now today we are going to start a new chapter. Again, it's a continuation of our trigonometry. So in this chapter we are going to learn the special values for some standard angles. Okay, so standard angles include 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. Okay, so basically we are going to find the values of all trigonometric ratios of standard angles. Okay, now before we do that, before we start our exercise, we need to learn this table. We call it trigonometric table. Okay, so you can pause the video to make the table, or else you can copy the same table from your book. Now, how to memorize this particular table? For that, I'll send you separate video. Okay, so for now we assume that we are familiar with this particular table. Now with that basic, we'll move on to the exercise. So in exercise 23a, the first problem says find the value of these particular things. Okay, so we'll find the value of these things. Okay, so let me take the first problem. So in first problem we have sine 30 degree and there's no sign, means there has to be into. So sine 30 degree into cos 30 degree. Now from the table, if you see, the value of sine 30 is 1 by 2 and the value of cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2. So that's why this will be equal to 1 by 2 into root 3 by 2. So 1 into root 3 is root 3 and 2 into 2 is 4. Okay, so similarly we will see the next problem, that is this one. So we know that from the table tan 30 is 1 by root 3 into tan 60 is root 3. So root 3 and root 3 gets cancelled, so only 1 is left. So my answer is 1. Okay, similarly here we have cos square 60 degree. So it's actually square of cos 60 degree, and we know that cos 60 is half, so half square, plus similarly sine 30 is half, so half and square is there, so that's why it's square. So half is square gives me half. So this is my answer. Okay, so next is cosec square 60 degree minus tan square 30 degree. Similarly, if you refer to the table, then the value of cosec 60 is 2 by root 3, and since there is a square, so that's why there is square. Minus is there, so minus tan 30 is 1 by root 3, and we have got square, so square. So 2 square is 4, root 3 square is 3. Please remember, don't get confused. Root 3 square is 3. Okay, then similarly we have 1 square is 1 and root 3 square is 3. Then you will get 4 by 3 minus 1 by 3. So when you simplify this, you'll get 1. Now we'll go on to next. Okay, so next says sine square 30 degree, cos square 30 degree and cot square 45 degree. So we'll put the values of this, and similarly when you simplify them, you'll get this much. Okay, and similarly we'll see the last one. So the last one says this much will be my answer, and if you want to keep it in mixed fraction, you'll get this much. Okay, so altogether I've got this as the answers. So pause the video to note down. Okay, so next question is this one. So as usual, we have to just we have to take left hand side and just put the values of trigonometric ratios. Okay, now out of this I'm going to take fifth sum first. Okay, so let us solve fifth question, and after that we'll see question number 6. The rest of this you will try by yourself. So first I have written down the solution and I'll explain you line by line. So I have taken the left hand side, so left hand side is this one, so I have written left hand side, and we know that tan 60 degrees is root 3. So similarly I have written root 3. Okay, now this can be written as this square by this square, because this square is for this and this, both numerator and denominator. So numerator is whole square divided by denominator whole square. Now there is a plus b whole square form, so we'll put a square plus 2ab plus b square formula. Similarly here we have a minus b whole square formula, which says a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, now as I said, root 3 square is how much? 3. Okay, remember this square and this square root can be cancelled together, and whatever number is left, that can be written. Okay, so 2 into 1 is 2, so 2 into root 3 is 2 root 3, so sign is plus, so that's why there is a plus, so 1 square is 1. Similarly, just simplify this, you'll get this much. So 3 plus 1 is 4, right? Okay, plus 2 root 3, so plus 2 root 3 is written. Again 3 plus 1 is 4, so minus 2 root 3 is there, so minus 2 root 3. We can see that 2 can be taken as common here. So when I take 2 common, so from here I have 2, and from here I have only root 3. Similarly, from here if I take out 2 as common, then 2 will come outside, and from here we have 2, so minus is there, minus, so from here we have got only root 3. Okay, so 2 and 2 gets cancelled, so only this part is left, which is equal to this much. So this is the simplified version of our left hand side. Okay, similarly we are going to see what will be our right hand side. So right hand side contains this one. Okay, so what is the value for cos 30 degree? It is root 3 by 2. Similarly, put root 3 by 2. Now let us multiply this one. So 2 ones are 2 plus root 3 divided by 2, the simplification. Okay, similarly you simplify this 2 and 2 can be cancelled, so in the numerator we have 2 plus root 3, and in the denominator we have this much. Okay, so this is simplified version of our right hand side. So far we have seen that left hand side is this one, okay, and right hand side is this one. Now left hand side is this much, right hand side is this much. So clearly we see that left hand side is equals to right hand side, that is, this is done. So just pause the video to copy. Okay, so we'll see the sixth question. So sixth question says we have to prove that this is equals to 0. Okay, so let us put the values. So 3 is as it is, so cos 60 is 2 by root 3, square is there, so that's why square, minus 2, so cot 30 is root 3, and since square is there, so square. So sec 45 degrees root 2, and since there is a square, so that's why there is a square. Now let us simplify this one. So as usual, 2 square is 4, root 3 square is 3. Okay, similarly root 3 square is 3, root 2 square is 2. So we have, see, root 3 square is 3, so that's why this 3 and this 3 will get cancelled, so only 4 is left, so 4. Okay, so as I said, root 3 square is 3, so 3 into 2 is 6, so there's a minus sign, so minus, and root 2 square is 2. So just simplify this, you'll get 0. Pause the video to note down. Okay, now in the fourth question we are asked to prove these. Okay, so I'm going to just take one question, that is first question, rest of the questions you will try by yourself. Okay, so the first one is saying left hand side is sine 2 into 30 degree. So 2 into 30 degree is how much? 60 degree, and we know that sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So this is the value of our left hand side. Let us take right hand side now. So right hand side contains this one. So let us put the value of tan 30 degree. So tan 30 degree is how much? 1 by root 3. So 2 into 1 by root 3. So 1 plus 1 by root 3. Since there is square, so there is a square. Okay, so 2 into 1 is 2 by root 3 in the numerator. Okay, and similarly 1 square is 1, root 3 square is 3. So this full thing becomes 1 by 3. Okay, now let us simplify this further. So this 2 by root 3, and this denominator becomes 3 into 1 is 3 plus 1, 4 by 3. So this is 4 by 3 in the denominator. So after you simplify this, you will get this much. Okay, so we see that left hand side is root 3 by 2 and right hand side is also root 3 by 2. Hence number 1 is proved. Okay, so so you just copy this. Okay, let us move to the next question, that is question number 5. So the question says ABC is an isosceles right angled triangle. So it is a isosceles as well as it is right angled. Okay, and it is also given that the equal size, since isosceles triangle contains two equal sides, the equal sides are AB and BC. Okay, so in this triangle, AB is given, BC is given, and there is a 90-degree angle out here. So this is a right angled triangle. Question says the value of the equal size is x. So x and x are written. Now we want to find the value of sine 45, cos 45, tan 45. Okay, now since this is isosceles triangle, that means this and this are equal, and since this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, these two angles has to be equal, right? Because they are known as base angle, and we know that base angles are always equal. So this 90 and these two has to be 45 and 45 each, because if this is 45, this 45, then along with this the total sum of the interior angles will be 180 degree. Okay, so it is given that AB is equals to BC and this is equals to x. So whatever is given, I'll just note it down. Okay, now since this is a right angle triangle, we'll make use of Pythagoras theorem, because we know only these two sides, so we need to know this side as well. And since we have already seen Pythagoras theorem chapter, so you will be able to get the value of AC. Okay, so the value of AC will be x root 2. Okay, so we got AC as well, we have this, we have this. Okay, now as I said, these two angles will be 45 degree each, right? Now question says, number 1 says find sine 45 degree. Now you can consider this 45 degree or this 45 degree. Now let me consider this angle. Okay, so now if this is my angle, given angle, then the side opposite to this will be my perpendicular. So that's why my AB is perpendicular. Obviously the longest side or the side opposite to 90 degree will be my hypotenuse, right? So this is my perpendicular, this is my hypotenuse, so the rest one is my base. Okay, so sine 45. So sine means some people have, so P by H, that is perpendicular by hypotenuse, and we know that perpendicular is AB, right? And hypotenuse is AC. So what is the value of AB? AB is equals to x, and what is AC? AC is x root 2. So if I do that, this x and x gets cancelled, so you have 1 by root 2. Similarly, you can calculate cos 45 degree and tan 45 degree. Pause the video to note down. Okay, now we'll see again how to prove this. So we are quite familiar with such problem now. We'll take second question. Okay, so in the second question, left hand side is this much, so left hand side is noted as it is. Okay, now let us put the values, but here we have got power as 4. Okay, so sine 30 degree is 1 by 2, so 1 by 2 whole to the power 4. Similarly, cos 60 is 1 by 2, so 1 by 2 to the power 4. Okay, similarly we'll put the value of cos 45 and sine 90 and we will square them, so we'll get this one in the first step. Okay, I'm sorry, there's a mistake here. You have to write square. Okay, so when you square them, okay, when you put power 4, then you have 1 to the power 4 is 1, 2 to the power 4 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is 16. Okay, then you'll get 1 by 16 out here, 1 by 16 out here, this is 1, and root 2 square is 2 minus, okay, so there's one more mistake out there, so you have to have minus here, so please correct that. So there's minus and there is 2 here, so minus and 1 square is 1. Okay, now let us simplify this. So simplification part is very simple, so when you simplify this, you'll get 2, okay, which will be equal to my right hand side. So this is proved. Pause the video to note down. Okay, now in 7th question, it is given that, okay, so first question you will do by yourself. In fact, when we are solving this, you will see that the first question will also come in the very same question. Okay, so first question is also covered in this particular question. So sec A is equals to cos sec A, and A is lying in between 0 and 90 degree. So basically this is my 90 degree and this is my 0 degree. So in between these two means angle will be somewhat like this. That means A is an acute angle. Okay, now sec A is equals to cos sec A. So this is given to us, so we need to find the value of A. Okay, so I have done the solution part. let me explain it. So sec A can be written as 1 by cos A equal to cosec can be written as 1 by sin A. Now let us do the cross multiplication. So 1 into sin A is sin A equal to is there, cos A into 1 is cos A. So this is our in fact the first problem. Okay, so let me take this cos A down. So if it goes down, then we have sin A by cos A equals to 1, and we know that sin A by cos A is equals to tan A. Okay, all this formula we have seen in earlier chapter of trigonometry. Please make sure that you revise all the formula, otherwise you won't be able to understand. Okay, so we see that tan A is equals to 1. Now we know that 1 in terms of tan can be written as tan 45 degree. Okay, why am I writing only tan? Because we need tan here, so that's why 1 in terms of tan can be written as tan 45 degree. So we can compare both sides, so the value of A will be 45 degree. So pause the video to note down. Okay, let us go to the third question. So third question says, so tan theta is equals to cot theta, and the question is almost same. So the solution part is done here. So cot theta can be written as 1 by tan theta. So cross multiplication gives me tan square theta equals to 1. So tan theta can be written as, if I want to remove the square, I have to put square root sign, so square root of 1, which is equals to 1. Okay, now as usual, since there is a tan, so 1 can be written as in terms of tan 45 degree. So similarly, comparing both sides, I'll get theta equals to 45 degree. Pause the video to note down. Okay, we'll have a look at this question. So we want to evaluate this one. Actually there are two questions. I'm just going to do the first sum, second part you will try by yourself. Okay, so the whole solution is written here. I'm just going to explain you the solution part. So cos 3a, so the value of A is given to be 15. So instead of this A I've written 50 degrees. Similarly, instead of this A I've written 15 degree. Similarly, all this A has been replaced by 15 degree, and just multiply. So 3 into 45 degree, 3 into 15 is 45, 4 into 15 is 60, 45, and similarly 4 into 15 is 60. So after multiplying, we see that all these angles are standard angles. Okay, now let us put the values of cos 45 degree. Okay, so cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Similarly, cos 60 is 1 by 2. Similarly, I'll put all these values. Okay, and see here, so this 2 and 2 gets cancelled, so only 1 is left. Similarly, this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled, so only root 3 is left. Okay, so after that it's just simplification part. So 1 into root 2 is root 2. Okay, 1 into root 2 into root 3 is root 6. Okay, so 2 and 3 gets multiplied, so 2 into 3 is 6. Now root 2 in this and root 2 in this. Okay, so numerator and denominator gets cancelled, so you'll get this as your answer. So your answer is this much. Pause the video to note down, and I want you to complete rest of the sums by yourself. Okay, because the difficult ones have already been covered. Okay, and the rest are very simple problems. Thank you very much.